There are a lot of new changes in the Dark Sea. Let's speedrun going over the key changes so you don't have to waste your time reading them. Additions and changes. Added a new ship called the Brig. It can be bought from Rubica, Sailor's Lodge, or Palo Town for 20,000 galleons. It has a captain's quarters that has a cooking pot, cauldron, and jewel crafting table, and the Brig can be heavily customized. Backpack searching has been improved to let you search by item type or item subtype. When you die, you'll either spawn at your story spawn point or at your camp marker, depending on which is closer to where you died. Added new siege weapons which could be equipped to the Brig. New weapons include mortars, cohorns, howitzers, and heavy mortars. New tabs have been added to the shipyard for the different ship part types. You can now explore the Dark Sea to get new Dark Sea exclusive loot. The further you go, the better loot you'll get, but the tougher it will be. You can now hold G while commanding your ship to brace for impact, which reduces the damage your ship takes from large waves and tsunamis. High jumps will now become a teleport when used with high agility. A new dodge reflex mechanic has been added, allowing you to dash whilst airborne. Its effects are determined by your stat build and magic. You can now order your quartermaster to repair your ship using cargo that you have placed on board. New exotic enchantments have been added for armor, weapons, ship parts, shovels, and fishing rods, all of which can be found by exploring the Dark Sea, fishing in the Dark Sea, or by solving treasure charts. Added new exotic gems, which can be acquired through fishing, treasure chests, seal chests, dark seal chests, and treasure chart spots, with some of the gems even giving you a drawback for a high amount of a certain stat. There are now 150 new sail patterns. You can now change your file's name by buying the new name change product in the store for 200 Robux. A new inventory loadouts game pass has been added to the game, which costs 600 Robux, allowing you to save 6 loadout slots which you can swap to when you are not in combat. 2 new rare spell scrolls have been added for the Javelin spell, requiring 100 magic, and the Surge spell, requiring 160 magic. 2 new rare technique scrolls have also been added for Seleno, requiring 100 strength, and Uppercut, requiring 160 strength. 2 new weapon skills have also been added, Flying Phoenix for bladed type weapons and Sparrow Thrust for polearm type weapons. 21 new color variations have been added to 59 different accessories and 153 sail patterns. A new permanent dire NPC has been added to Rubica. Enizor can now be upgraded through a new quest. The server region detection issue has been fixed, and you can see the city and country of the server you are in through the menu while in-game. A new PvP dimension called Elysium has been added to the game, which can currently only be opened by testers and moderators. The scaling of the luck potion effect at different tiers has been changed. There is no longer an ammo requirement to use ranged weapons, with bows now always using regular arrows and guns now always using regular bullets. Clans over 300,000 infamy have been set back to 300,000 infamy. Balancing changes. You will now only travel the full distance of a grab, spiraling fury, uppercut, and crash if you are aiming towards an enemy. The formula used by attack size, attack speed, intensity, and agility has been changed to scale logarithmically, but curve less than before, meaning less diminishing returns. The defense given by every item has been reduced by 10%. Every Elias drop is rare instead of uncommon, allowing you to socket 2 jewels to them. The power and defense given by enchantments and gems has been reduced. The attack size, attack speed, intensity, and agility given by enchantments and gems has been increased. Power given to an imbued weapon is now multiplied by the imbuement's damage multiplier. Arrow and bullet speed has been increased by 30%. Stacking DOTs will now deal the full amount of damage as opposed to the half amount of damage they did previously. Magma's speed has been increased, Metal's damage has been increased, Metal's speed has been increased, Wind's damage has been decreased. Thermofist's damage is now fixed, with its heat bar only affecting the amount of attack speed you gain. Focus's duration and cooldown has been increased. The energy cost of all weapon skills has been reduced by 40%. Spiraling Fury no longer retains its momentum after the skill ends. The Vindicator's attack size has been reduced. Auto climbing can now be interrupted by using an attack. There is no longer a 3-second cooldown when reapplying a status effect that has just been cleared. The paralyzed effect's duration has been increased from 1 second to 1.2 seconds. The Warrior Awakening now only gives a 5% damage and speed increase, down from its previous 10% damage and speed increase. Light, Lightning, Plasma, Wind, Sand, Thermofist, and Boxing now all have a lower damage multiplier when imbued into a weapon. Next update and other information. The focus of the next update is to add the Nimbussy and its story, a level cap raise, new bosses, new locations, and improvements to leveling up, especially in the early game. There will not be a Halloween event this year. Those are the key changes for the Dark Sea update. In the description of the video, you'll find a link to the patch notes if you want to read them for yourself. Make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Have a good one, my fellow Magma Munchers.